But hey, that's just by luck. I've been probably the luckiest, football coach in this area to be able to experience the growing of some of these young men. I brought these guys come up from kindergarten to sixth grade, a couple of them, and so it's a love of accumulation of what you do. But this sport is the greatest sport there is, and people like me don't want it to die.
Overall, health-wise, how is the team? I know DeAndre had an ankle the other night, and of course, we'll be banging. I guess
we don't want to give away our injury report right now. We'll have to let them wait and see who's standing on the sideline Friday night. But we do have a couple guys that's banged up. We don't have great depth, but the 11 people we put on offense, defense, and the kicking games are going to go up there and do their best.
So the whole team is in cast. That's good. Okay, so we're going to start the J-Mayors probably coming up here with everything. So
the middle school's on standby, so Union can plan on that.
Union, and again, we were mentioning right before you all came in, Union and Gate City had a good 8th grade JV game, 8-0, going toe-to-toe with them. Guys, what are some things you've seen on film about Union that you think that you can maybe attack or that you feel good about or with your job and what you got going on?
I feel like if we just control the middle and control the line of scrimmage, that it's going to be good for us all night long.
Up front, guys, I did want to hear about, again, you all, that's been kind of the unheralded thing about you all, and I've heard it from other coaches. Our interior line, our line is pretty good, especially when you all are working together. And I think is that something that you all think that you've got going on this week against Union?
Yes, I think last week, like I said, we made a lot of mistakes all around, especially up front, but we've worked to correct those this week, and if we can get down and play like we did against Richlands, I think we can really control the ball game up front. If we can do that, I think it'll be a good night.
There's been some historic games between Gate City, like you said, Gate City Union, Gate City Powell Valley, Gate City Appalachia. So again, it should be a great atmosphere as we move forward.
Are you finished up, Joe? Because I'm about to call an audible that you may shoot me over here.
Go for it.
I was thinking Macy Mullen sat down here beside of us. She's one of the mass that came in. And I thought it might be interesting if she read off the questions that were sent to us.
Okay.
Let her ask the boys.
And just to let you know, Coach, and Logan, this is the first time you've been with us here. I sit out and ask fans and people to ask questions that they want to ask you on. Some of them are silly, some of them are funny, some of them are off the wall. So I guess Miss Macy, ask the guys first thing.
Okay, Penny T from Nashville wants to know, do you ever read the papers or social media when it comes to your team wins or losses, etc.?
It's hard not to. You look at things, you see it out there, and people share it all over the place. So, if you see something, it's hard not to click on it and see what it says.
The question, Coach, was do you ever read the newspapers, social media? Everybody talks about games and this, that, and the other. Do you ever listen? You ever read any of that? Or?
I read what's in the newspaper. Social media, I'm not part of it.
What part? Yourself? You don't have a cell phone?
Yeah.
Okay, the next question is from Red H from Knoxville. If you were an animal, which one would you be?
If you're an animal, which one would you be?
I'd probably say it'd have to be an eagle.
Eagle?
How come?
Okay. What about
probably a bull?
A bull?
I don't know.
Coach, what would you be?
Something smart.
I've been called an animal before, but I wouldn't want to repeat what came after that.
Okay.
But yeah, that's an interesting question.
I've been called a mule sometimes, but anyway.
Okay, Tammy G from Gate City wants to know who is the best player in college football in the NFL right now, and who is the greatest of all time?
Who's the best player in college right now and the greatest of all time?
College or NFL?
Either one. Who's a great player right now?
You got to say Tom Brady. He's performed at a high level for so long. you can say what you want to. I don't really like him just because he wins all the time. But you can say what you want to. If you perform at that level of success for that long consecutively, I mean, it's.
Who's the best football player?
J.J. Watt.
J.J. Watt. Okay, got a vote there, Coach.
I like the Patriots just because getting to the top is hard. Staying there is even harder, and they have done it at the top level for a number of years.
Okay, from Padlock 3030. Overall, do you think the referees do a great, good, average, below average, or terrible job most of the time?
With the personal experience I've had with the refs, I'm a little biased. I'm going to say not too good of a job.
Coach,
I will say that all sports are there's less people wanting to referee,
Right.
and probably football is not one of them because the fans aren't on you as bad. They can't see exactly what you do like in basketball or baseball. But I think overall we need a younger group of another generation coming in to take over these high school sports. And I seen where Science Hill has offered an officiating class to their high school as a high school class for credit. And then maybe that's something that our school systems need to look into.
Okay, from Roll Reader 5025, what's the best and the worst field you've ever played on?
Best and worst field you played on.
Worst is definitely turf.
The worst.
The best has got to be Legion Field. There's nothing like it. I mean, you can't beat it.
That was a good answer.
I would have to say the worst, probably Glenbar. That place is terrible. I mean, I didn't like it personally. It may have just been because it was like 15 degrees that day, but it was bad.
Okay, from Lynn B. and Duffield, what do you need to do to beat Union?
What do you need to do to beat Union?
I mean, we just got to execute, limit mistakes, no turnovers, no penalties,
Play smash mouth football.
play smash mouth football, and do what we're capable of, and we'll be fine.
I will add to that one. I think our guys need to go up there in an incredible frame of mind that we are going up there as one. And football, I've always been told 90% of a football game is above your shoulders. Only 10% is played with your body below your brain. And your body won't do what your brain won't let it. But I think if we can get sort of a little crazy attitude going up and make our bodies play a little bit better than we have, because that's a mental state, and we just gotta go up there and play. We don't want to keep referring back to one win each, all the time. Our kids can perform like that each week. We don't need to refer back to that. But we need to go up there in a great frame of mind, confident that we can win the football game, and like I say, let the chips fall. But we're due some good luck. We're due a bounce or two, and a lot of times you got to make those yourself.
I want to go back if I could because Macy had my headset on. Favorite NFL player? You guys will probably have to go home and YouTube him, but I've said all season long that Calhoun reminds me so much of John Riggins, the Diesel. Do you know who I'm talking about? He's got to be the greatest because he was just psychotic when he was off the field too.
Of course. Larry, I'm a Larry Zonka, Mike Austin. I'm a fullback kind of guy too.
I don't know. It's hard to beat Bo Jackson.
Well, you just hit him in the hip and he'd be down.
Well, that's true. He ran like those guys, but he ran like a skinny guy.
That's true. I'm impressed. I'm impressed you know football back that far.
Okay, this was last week. Wyatt P. from South Carolina. What is the best Rocky or Creed movie? Which one of the series?
Four.
Four. Oh my goodness! I agree with him.
Everybody agrees with me.
What do you think it was?
I know you're going to be different from me, just to be different.
Rocky 2.
Who?
2, where he came back.
Beating the Russian. You can't top that.
Yeah, but everybody was roided up at the time. So, I mean, you can't. All right, some of the lighter ones. All right. Really? Okay. Roston 2002 asks, the best way anyone has ever asked someone to the prom at your school. You cast a notice here, so
That's for you.
Like, me personally, I just made a little poster board sign asking her if she wanted to go, but probably the best one I've seen is a guy dressed up as a cheerleader to ask his girlfriend.
I'm not sure if that's the best or the most terrifying.
does he play football?
No.
I was going to be maybe an automatic disqualifier right there. If so, well, let's see here. Did you take the other ones on the other week? No.
Y'all know what I'm talking about.
Next to last one. What's the ringtone on your phones?
I keep mine on silent.
It's just the basic. Whatever was on it when I got it.
Same thing, just basic.
Really? Come on. All right. Okay, guys. Again, every week we usually keep around about 2,000 listeners. Blue Devil Nation's listening to you. What do you want to tell them about coming out Friday night? And what lastly would you like to say to them?
Let's pack the house like we did at Richlands. I mean, that was a big part of that game, was the atmosphere up there that our fans brought with them. I mean, let's get up there, bring the cowbells, be loud, be proud. Let's go play some football.
I can't say it better than how Kurt said it.
All right, Coach, I'll end it with you. What do you want to say to Blue Devil Nation?
I don't know. I guess what I want them to know most is have faith in these young men who put their bodies on the line every day for us, doing exactly what we ask them to do. We do a lot in return for them. I do know that, but I just want you to believe in our program, to believe in our tradition, and I've been saying it ever since I've come back around here since June. We have to get more athletes involved in our football program. I know our basketball or other sports are unbelievable, but I'm asking our local athletes, you're better in the sports you want to be the best at by playing other sports. And football can prepare you for a lot of things, not only other sports, but a lot of lessons in life that you might not get in other sports. But believe in us, come and cheer us on, and believe us, we are working very hard to get it back to the way it used to be.
And it's a process.
Yes.
You know, you just don't flip the switch and all of a sudden you go, like you said, the Patriots didn't just flip the switch. They had to draft some good young men. They had to work with them. Guys, we appreciate you because, you know, that's the thing. And everybody talks about the fight in this year's Gate City team. Win or lose, you all fought and fought and fought. And you've had your chances with there's nobody that's came in and dominated. So, Chris, anything you've got to say before we let these gentlemen go?
I'll see you Friday night.
Let
I'll be the one in blue.
48 hours away, we'll be at Bullock Park. Again, we'll be on the air. And, again, guys, we appreciate you very much. Thank you for spending some time. Coach, thanks for coming out to see us.
Go Big Blue.
And so, there we go. So guys, appreciate you. Again, thanks so much for coming out. Thanks. All right, so we'll take a quick break and come back. So we'll go over a couple other things. Tweet it or delete it, a few other segments. Again, you're listening to the home of Blue Devil Sports. This is Gate City Sports Radio.
2 out of every 3 people will need an assisted living community at some point in their life. We here at Elmcroft of Johnson City want to help to guide you through the process and decisions and believe in you as a person, not as a number. If you do have questions and want to be treated with the value you deserve, we invite you to call or come to our location for a free, no-obligation tour and meal. To schedule a tour, call us today at 423-282-0280. That's 423-282-0280. We are located at 406 East Mountain View Road in Johnson City. You can check us out on the web at elmcroft.com. Elmcroft of Johnson City is an Eclipse senior living community. With the qualifications we need for Scott County Sheriff, candidate Greg McMurray has the law enforcement experience and ideas that you can believe in. His philosophy is simple: focus on the issues. He believes in transparency within the Sheriff's Office, proper patrolling throughout the entire county, and developing innovative programs like he did while serving with the Bristol Police Department by establishing and developing